Hi, I'm Manish Banker. I'm Principal Architect at TAO Studio. The brief was quite clear that they would like to have an architecture which is prominently expressing the construction technology and also should respect nature. But the primary question from the client was that these buildings, the way it is located, they knew that the neighboring plots are going to have a high-rise towers. So the main question was, how do we create a privacy? See, if you see the form, which is a very strong characteristics of the design, and that has come by creating those tubular forms wherein it focuses only on the east and west side with a large opening. North and south side, we knew that structures are going to rise, so we created a plain facades while giving only small punctures in order to see that those sides are never going to be exposed. See, the architectural design, which is basically formulated by the tubular structures, are further enhanced by segregating space between two, which acts as a corridor. And the corridor is also well supported by the skylight running on top of it, so that the whole corridor actually acts as a kind of a flute which changes these visual characteristics of a light because of the changing movement of the sun throughout the day. All the three tubes, which are composed with each other, are also framed in a way that the central tube becomes large and it connects the space through and through. Look at the balconies which are overlooking to the garden, are cantilevered, having a glass railing which allows the people to come out and actually enjoy being one with the garden, while the balconies also helps to create verandas which creates shadows over the internal rooms. One interesting element we added on the first floor where allows people to overlook to the pull down below is a extended cantilevered disc which acts as a balcony for people to go up and sit and enjoy the views to look inside the house and as well as to look out over the deck of pool. See, one of the interesting features of the house is a courtyard which is centrally located. Actually, it acts as a hub for all the various activities to connect within the house. For instance, the courtyard provides a light which also has a staircase added on, so that all the circulation movement is linked through this courtyard, where we have also added a garden with the water body, so that the courtyard links both the living room, dining and the entrance hall together.
See, now this whole house, what you see here, is primarily designed in a kind of a fashion which has a big overhangs, cantilevers, as well as the floating bodies on the ground, and it demanded a kind of a medium which can generate this kind of architecture in its reality, what you see on the drawings and the models. We found, I think, steel is the concrete and the steel combination, what you generally considered as a conventional method, I found is the most suitable medium to convert these forms into reality. And to support architecture, we also introduced few stone screen walls, and to create even a more interesting shapes as well as the formation of the staircase, we use the steel also, so which allows that flexibility in the design to generate few interesting elements. At the same time, the concrete, which is like such a bold and a very stark and very powerful element, is used to create the architecture of the building. So if you see, whole first floor has been cantilevered out extensively, creating a big RCC cantilever tubes, which is only possible by creating the RCC structure. It could have been possible by some other methods, but it would have added some additional complications as well as the limitation to the design, because we wanted to keep the wall thicknesses very crisp, 230 mm thickness. At the same time, it is to be converted into slab as well as the floor. And to create all details like sunk slabs, waterproofing, and taking care of the all technical aspect, I think concrete has that fluidity which can mold into that shapes and strops and sunks, and still you get the same architecture what you envisage. Even the central core, which is the big two double floor heighted living space which expands from east garden to the west garden, has a huge concrete cantilevers to create a privacy from the neighboring apartments which are going to go up. And looking at that form also, I think concrete was the best suitable option.